Hello, messengers. Brianna Huber here. Back in June of last year, I went to StarSet's demonstration in Portland, Oregon. It was amazing all on its own, but I also teased many of you at the time with the surprise I had in the works. Since the Proxcast has been on an indefinite hiatus without a proper hosting platform, Josh and I decided to finally share this as a standalone thing. While in Portland, I had the chance to sit down and talk to StarSet's own Brock Richards. Funny backstory, though. I'd originally gone to Portland planning to interview Siobhan and Jonathan, but at the last possible minute, Ron called me aside to inform me that they couldn't do the interview after all, but that he'd send me Brock and maybe Adam. After that, I literally had maybe 10 minutes to go over my prepared questions and rework several of them to apply to Brock. In the end, I'd say things went pretty well. Thank you again, Brock, for taking the time to chat with me. I truly appreciate it. And thank you to everyone in StarSet for the love you all show us as messengers. We greatly appreciate it, too. Sorry it took so long to finally release this interview. Without further ado... Hello, messengers. Brianna here, and I am at the Portland Rose Festival, and have a surprise for all of you. I was going to interview John and Siobhan of StarSet, but now an even bigger surprise for y'all, even to me. I have Brock here. So thank you to Brock for taking time to sit down and chat with me. So how's touring been?
Fantastic.
So far.
It's literally like we toured in a van for probably 2 years, and then a Sprinter for a year, and now we're in the bus, so it's just everybody gets to sleep. Nobody's as grumpy as they used to be.
That's awesome.
Everybody gets along. Everybody's got their own space. So it's.
How many people does the bus sleep? I've always wondered.
It sleeps 12. We have 11.
Ah. Yeah, I plan to edit it. Ron's here. Hello, Ron.
Hi.
Do I want anything from Chipotle? Yes, I would love some Chipotle. I don't know, bowl. Chicken. Or burrito. Chicken. Yeah.
I need to go to Chipotle sometime.
With some sour cream, some cheese, everything else on the black beans.
Alright, okay, continue on. Sorry.
I need to go to Chipotle. I've never been, but I always hear y'all mention it.
You've never been to Chipotle?
I have not. There's one.
That's literally a crime.
I know, it's terrible. I need to remedy this. I went to, they have, what's it called? Baja Fresh, other places, regional thing?
Yep, Chipotle bought all those out in Columbus.
Oh.
So we don't have Baja Fresh.
Got a big ass burrito from them recently. It's probably similar. So it's almost like Chipotle. But anyway, back on track to the interview. Touring bus.
Game changer.
Yes, having a bus is definitely nice.
Yes. So it sleeps 12. We have 11.
Huh, that's crazy. So that'd be you, the whole band, of course, all 6 of you. I'm guessing Ryan and your photographer and I don't know who else.
Lighting guy and bus driver.
Oh yeah, bus driver guy.
And merch.
Oh yeah, merch. So, bus party. Woo.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite stop so far on this tour? Or has it differed from the Transmissions era? Well, I mean, you got the bus, you got the new seats.
Well, in the old days, we used to be able to go anywhere we wanted at any time because it was a bus, or it was a van and a trailer. You know, now we have a bus. So now we park outside of cities usually, and thanks to Uber, we can pretty much go wherever we want. But I think on the way out from Columbus, we had a few days off. Everybody was flying into Tulsa except for me, Adam, and our videographer. So we drove through St. Louis, and it was way too much fun. Because it was just 4 of us on the bus. The driver, nice. Me, Adam, and our videographer.
Crazy adventure time.
Yeah.
I was wondering, it's like if you wanted to do something like after a show, like after your set, it's like everyone get on the bus, go to Chipotle. It seems like it'd be kind of a hassle. You still have the Sprinter van? Because I remember seeing it in Spokane.
Yeah, we still have 2 of them. We rent them out to other bands.
Nice.
So they're traveling around.
I think I saw the bus over. Is it over on what's the street I saw it on?
3 blocks down.
Yeah,
to the left.
First and not Madison, something with an M, I want to say. But yeah, it's like it's the bus. But any crazy stories from tour this far? Shenanigans, or what's the craziest story you have from tour?
The craziest story from tour.
Covering this first question, sort of. It's a lump question.
know what the craziest story would be. I know one of my least or worst moments, I should say. We kind of judge like so how drunk are people? It's 1 to puking in a graveyard. And the reason that is because I actually
Don't want it to mess up the recorder.
I actually got sick outside of a graveyard one night.
Oh,
So
that's tragic.
0 to puking in a graveyard. Where you at?
Scale of 1 to puking in a graveyard. How drunk are you? I don't think I've ever been that drunk. Maybe someday, but if I get that drunk, it probably wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
How did you first connect with Starset? Like Dustin was putting together the band, had the album, but
Yeah,
then just
well, originally, so my old band was kind of coming to an end. The guitar player of my other band was came out and auditioned for Starset, and just didn't fit the chemistry there. So then after he told me about it, I was like, oh well, I'll hit Dustin up, and I went out and talked to Dustin, and then had a rehearsal, and then the rest is history. So it's kind of like everybody, like I was the kind of the guy in my other band that kind of ran stuff, and Adam was the guy in his band that ran stuff.
was it from first to last, isn't it?
Live My Last.
No, not for first to last. That's a different band.
I wish it was from first to last.
And Adams was someone Chuck Schaefer Picture Show?
He was in that. He toured with that band, but that wasn't his band.
Oh, what was his other band? I don't know.
Of Human.
Huh. I need to look into all your past projects. All y'all talented people.
But yeah, so we were all in other previous bands that were kind of coming to a close, and we kind of teamed up and we toured after 2 weeks of rehearsal.
Oh, cool.
So it was kind of like
How'd it go?
thrown together and get out there and make it happen. And
Did it work?
looking back, our first tour was probably not very good.
Well, practice makes perfect. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, every time I've seen you guys, it's like you just keep getting better and better and more polished. How did you first get into music, like, and decide to play the instruments that you play? Do you play more than guitar?
I think it was mainly boredom. Me and my friends, we had like a basement and like all kinds of room, and we were like, oh, let's start a band. And then we we all picked like an instrument and then started making noise in the basement. And it was really, really bad.
So your parents hated you?
Yeah.
Or how old were you then? Was that like high school?
I was probably 15.
Huh.
15 when I picked up a guitar. And that's because I picked up an acoustic at my buddy's house that was like half broken, and he taught me Smoke on the Water.
Oh, nice.
And then from there, it kind of like, oh, I love this. This is awesome. And then I just kept going and going and going until I finally got pretty good.
Cool. And now you're in Starset.
And now I'm in Starset.
So, do you play instruments other than the guitar, or is it just mainly guitar?
I can't play the drums, but like my mind can play the drums. So I'm very good at programming drums, but I can't use my feet.
Analog drums.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I don't have the coordination, but and then a little bit of piano.
So did you have to like learn to read music theory, anything to pick up
At one
guitar?
point I could, kind of slower at it, but I haven't had to read music in so long that I probably couldn't do it anymore.
Because it's like I'd love to learn to play the guitar. I hear I should start with piano. Even Ron was saying that's a good place to start, but
Well,
I'm starting from literally zero.
Guitar players have it kind of made because it's called tablature. So they'll actually show you the string and they'll put a number on it. So you can actually read tablature pretty quickly, way quicker than learning music.
Also left-handed, so that complicates everything.
Yeah, it's like Ron.
Yeah. I heard Dustin's left-handed too. The odds of that.
Yes, he is. But Dustin plays guitar right-handed.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that in like downplay videos and
Yeah.
stuff. Instruments. Who are some key musicians who have influenced you? Like, or just some of your favorite musicians? Like guitar players?
Let's see, like back in high school, I used to be obsessed with Mudvayne. Like that was my band, Mudvayne or like Slipknot. So like Greg Trebet from Mudvayne. I really looked up to him and the way his style of playing. And then, of course, Jim Root from Slipknot. Other than that, like awesome dudes like Eric Clapton and like Joe Satriani. Like, just no matter what they do, the guitar just sings. So.
Awesome. So you guys are getting bigger now and everything. I think I asked Ron this for the band, I guess for him as an individual, so asking you as an individual, who would be a dream to tour with, for Stars That to tour with? What would be your dream lineup?
I don't know. I guess like Linkin Park.
That'd be
Linkin Park I think that'd be an awesome tour. Like, because I think we would mesh really well with touring with those guys.
I think Muse would be really great.
Muse would be incredible.
If that ever happens, I hope I have money.
Yeah, Muse, Linkin Park. I don't know.
What is your favorite song to perform off of, well, either of your albums? Like, that's all the songs you've performed live.
My favorite to play would probably either be Die For You or Into the Unknown.
So that's really great.
And those are just because they're on the new album. The old Transmissions, like, we played those for 3 years, and
the novelty wore off.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm like backwards and forwards.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's just played them way too many times. So someday the new record will get, old too. But
maybe it's time for a new record at that point. Yeah. What is something interesting about you that you think fans listening should know?
Something interesting about me?
Yeah, it could be music related, cannot be. Probably
well, I mean, if you ever had a conversation or listened to any of the band members talk, I sound completely different because I'm the only one in the band that's not a city boy.
Oh.
I come from a family of farmers, Southern Ohio, so.
Oh, that's right. I think I heard that about you. Didn't you use his cornfield for the teasers for Monsters?
Yeah, he used.
I saw a picture on Facebook. I'm like, I know that cornfield. You know, you're too into a band when.
Well, he wanted a cornfield with dead corn stalks, and I tried to tell him it's the wrong season for that. You're not going to find that anywhere. But they made it work.
Nice. Oh yeah, when me and Haley interviewed Ron on Central Point, we asked him this, and I figure, life will interview all of you at some point, but a fun point of continuity, what would your power animal be?
My power animal?
Spirit animal, power animal. Let's figure power animal is more politically correct.
I don't know. A wolf.
Nice.
No, it really wouldn't be that. I'd probably be like a squirrel or something.
Like if you had a Patronus. Squirrels.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool, Patronus. Be like an otter. Is there anything else that you want to tell listeners about the future of Starsedge, the future with Starsedge? Well, you're probably going to be here still for the long haul. I don't know. Are John and Siobhan full-time members now?
Not yet. But hopefully soon. They both work really hard, and
it's like a test run, year-long audition type thing.
We'll see where the future takes us. I mean, they both got all kinds of opportunities, so it's not just us picking them; it's them picking us.
This is true. Yeah.
So.
Well, I hope everything with that works out.
Yeah, me too.
But anything else you want to tell listeners while we're here?
Just thank you so much for always being there, and hopefully we can continue to make awesome music that brings everybody to the shows, and we can all continue to have an awesome time.
Awesome. I have a feeling you won't fail at that.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Once again, thank you, Brock, for taking the time to sit down and chat with us. I'm sure all the messengers listening appreciate it, and I hope you have a kick-ass show tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.